This must be the most enjoyable wilderness survival I've ever seen. Hot chick catches a big turtle. A big pot of stew to the brim. Big guy fishing in Africa and getting soft. The fish took the bait too hard. Dozens of caddies of fish were harvested. A large pot of fish soup was simmered. You just can't stop eating. I'm brushing my teeth when I'm full. A 5-star experience in the wilds of Africa. Our challenge is in the wilderness of Africa. It's winter in Africa. It gets colder at night. The region is home to some of the deadliest animals on the continent, like the lovely Nile crocodile, a hippo and a cesspit. This time the male protagonist is Black Marlin. I was a little cold when I first arrived in Africa. He is a boxer. Often participate in fake boxing to get bonuses. But he really likes to challenge himself. He's an unbeatable god in the ring. That's why he's here to challenge himself to 21 days of survival. He was going to be the man who beat the wild. Erin. She's a 30-year-old woman. She also found Africa a bit cold. I'm excited and nervous to be here. Erin's goal this time is to make it to day 21, because his wife Monica also completed the 21-day challenge. Because of this challenge. And that's what motivated her to compete, ostensibly to challenge myself. In fact, money is too easy to make. $100,000 for 21 days of starvation. Irene was already looking forward to seeing her company. I hope they don't mind bringing a cannon. After meeting, the two men simply shook hands. Black Gomelin's opposite girl is to bring the gun. It was so embarrassing. This young woman's cannon is bigger than her own. Nothing to say but an awkward smile. They brought fishing line and a machete, and the iron pot provided by the show. They need to hike 5 kilometers to reach the water source. Far is not far. Said it would break a leg. Opening day. The two walked and talked. Irene had 7 years of experience in the army. Became a cop after the Air Force. But I was assigned to patrol the roughest areas. She likes the wildlife very much. Erin thinks she's pretty good at dealing with problems when she's a cop. Can deal with all kinds of problems. So challenge yourself this time. And Black Brother said his wife also successfully challenged 21 days. So I have to come myself. Black Brother is a boxer. He also enjoyed the wildlife very much.
Eva hunted successfully.
He believes he can survive 21 days in the wild. Both are survival enthusiasts. But they've never been in the field. On the way they saw many animal bones. Black Brother, take the cow bones. In 4 hours. At last they reached their destination. There is a large water source here. They ran to it excitedly. The two decided to build a shelter nearby. They found a clearing. I started weeding and clearing the field. They cut down the trees around them, enclose it as a shelter. There are a lot of thorns here. It can effectively fend off the attacks of wild animals, but not against the beast. Facing such a white young woman, Black has a good chance of turning into a monster. Once the shelter is set up, next is the fire. The environment in Africa is relatively dry. It's easy to start a fire. You can do a lot of things with fire. Most of Africa's water supplies contain hippos. As long as there are hippos in the water, it's basically a septic tank. If the water doesn't boil, it's likely to mutate after drinking it. The two went out to fetch water together. Put the iron pan on the fire and boil. Soon the water boiled. In the evening, they went back to the shelter early. The wilds of Africa are terrifying. Two people do not dare to go out to the night market. The sound of the birds frightened the Black Brother. They kept burning wood for warmth in the shelter. There was a constant noise of animals nearby. Crocodiles are very rude when they forage for food. Time to the next day. They woke up early in the morning. I didn't sleep well yesterday. Erin only slept about 3 hours. She was so thankful that Nigger didn't turn into a monster last night. Today they decided to explore together. Black Brother found many small frogs on the shore. Good thing he brought his fishing line. There are a lot of crocodiles in the water. The two were frightened. Crocodiles are one of the most dangerous animals in the world. Of course Nigger was scared. They came to the shore to fish. It's the only way they hunt. There are many crocodiles in the water. They must always be aware of their surroundings. Set up the line and go back. I hope there's something to be gained. In the evening, they came to check the fishing line. Found the line being dragged across the river by a crocodile. They had to go home disappointed. You can only drink water if you don't catch fish. It's cold at night in Africa. Black Brother and Irene are very afraid of the cold. I slept very peacefully at night. Time came to the 3rd day. Irene came to the shore early in the morning to fetch water. Drink a pot of water for breakfast every day. Today's mission continues to find food. Black Brother is exploring nearby. Irene cut down trees to strengthen the shelter. She is very worried about the rainy weather. So we need to get the shelter roofed as soon as possible. Set up the shelter alone. The young woman is not only good looking but also capable. While walking, accidentally cut his foot. It doesn't hurt too much though, but it really hurts. Black Brother came to the shore to check the fishing line, but there was nothing to be gained. He decided to make a float out of wood. It's better to keep an eye on the line. Do African fish eat iron? Why don't you fish with bait? Erin's done a great job with the shelter. It does seem safe. It gets dark after 5 o'clock in the African winter. There are a lot of predators at night. They don't dare go out and take a wild shit. If you're not doing radio gymnastics at night, let's go to bed early. Time came to the 4th day. He came back in the morning to check the fishing traps, but nothing ever came of it. Nigger wants to eat the grasshopper in one bite. Now he felt very hungry and tired. Boxers eat very large meals every day. The ability to starve is weak. I always thought fishing was the easiest. Why can't they catch any fish? Time came to the 6th day. Black brother has been starved to death. Irene's feet started to go pus. Although the wound is not very serious, but it really hurts to walk. This pain is very strange. It hurts to press it with my hand, but I want to press it. Maybe this is the pain. Black brother goes out every day to check the fishing line. Aaron can't be trusted right now. He had to take on the task of getting food. Looking forward to one day shooting Irene. It's depressing on Aaron's side too. Have been starving. She was also desperate to complete her wife's 21-day challenge. I started crying like a pussy. Now she wants to give up and go home, but she's afraid of her wife. Black has been out fishing, but nothing ever came of it. A river so big, not even a fish hair. Was it all eaten by crocodiles? The land nearby is very wet. Should be able to dig up worms. You might have a better chance of fishing with worms. It won't take long for a fish to bite. Black brother successfully caught a small catfish. He's earned this catfish. This gives Black brother a lot of confidence. He continues to fish here. Soon the second one took the bait, but they're not big. Then a fish was caught by Black brother. What's going on here? Did the show release any fish? Today's harvest is very big. Black caught 4 tilapia and 3 catfish. They braised a pot full of fish. After a week of starvation, I finally got a full meal. They can't stop eating. Although it is boiled fish soup, even if it smells fishy, but they still eat very well. I could tell by Irene's face. What a treat this fish is. The time came to the 7th day. I had a full meal yesterday. I slept very well last night. Today, they still had fish for breakfast. Aaron went fishing with us today. Black brother took Irene to the shore. I saw some hippos in the water. Hippos are very territorial, go crazy when threatened. He can run faster than a man. Black brother was very afraid of these hippos. A bunch of bullies taking a bath here. Looks like their fishing plans for the day are off the table. They had to evacuate the area, although very reluctant, but I can't help it. The time soon came to the 9th day. The hippo has always been here. They can't fish at all. It's actually quite a distance. Why don't they just fish right in front of them? The time came to the 10th day. As long as the hippo is in the water, Black can't even fish. Time passed day by day. Black brother began to lose weight. Time came to 12 days. Nigger's been so scared lately. Irene took on the task of collecting wood. Black is a boxer. He can't keep starving himself. If you starve for 21 days, you'll probably lose your boxing job. Irene reassured him that he would get used to it if he moved slowly. His ideas were already in doubt. At night, Irene heard a hippopotamus nearby. She was too scared to sleep. If the hippo does attack them, I don't think this twig will do any good. Time came to day 13. Black brother was already feeling very tired. He is now very hungry for food. Finally, Black brother for his career. So opt out of the challenge. Because the hippo has been in the river, he was unable to fish. I can understand why Black quit. After all, it is the body that makes money. If you starve, you'll lose your job. Work is necessary to support his daily life. So I understand his withdrawal. But the young woman did not understand. Of course, she wanted Black to fish for her. It must be hard to lose your leg. At night, Aaron still can't believe Nigger's gone. In the evening, I heard the call of the hippo. She was watching with a machete. The time came to the 14th day. The young woman woke up after 6 o'clock. She boiled a pot of water in the shelter. The hippo has been in the water. The young woman decided to try her luck at fishing. She took the iron pot to the shore. I can't believe I didn't see the hippo here. Irene has retaken her territory. Although there are no hippos, but there was a crocodile. I don't care if the crocodile is stupid. Irene was fishing on the shore with a fishing rod. Now she's getting weaker. The days passed by. She's been hanging on. Fill the shelter with water every day. And try fishing every day. But nothing at all. In addition to drinking water every day. Now she felt very hungry too. Today she's fishing in a different position. But also nothing to gain. The time came to day 19. 2 more days to evacuate. Irene has become very weak. But she never gave up fishing every day. At last good fortune came her way. She caught a turtle. It's the only thing keeping her alive. She simmered the turtle in a pot of soup. I've never seen a gringo eat soup before. After such a long time, it really felt good to eat meat again. Aaron lay in the shelter and greedily ate stew. This turtle is like a fully charged battery. Gave Aaron a full load of power. Tomorrow is the day of the evacuation. Tonight is Irene's last night in Africa. To commemorate it all, Irene tattooed her body with a fishing hook. Charcoal is used as a dyeing material. His wife Monica had tried to do the same, so she's getting a tattoo as a souvenir. This young woman is really cruel. For the last 20 days, she overcame all kinds of difficulties. The challenge came on day 21. Today is evacuation day. Irene woke up early in the morning. She pulled out a map to check the evacuation route. She had to hike 3.5 kilometers through the thorny terrain. She must always be on her guard. Cobras and black mambas lurk in the road. The road to evacuation is not far. But for a young woman who's been starving for 20 days, it's still difficult. If she hadn't had that turtle dinner yesterday, It's going to be hard to walk today. There are many thorns on the road, always getting pricked in the foot. Irene has trouble walking in pain. Luckily, there were no surprises, Still made it to the evacuation point. So who else will come here next to challenge? Look forward to an update in the next video.